Hi, I'm Raya.
And I'm Brandon.
And you're watching
More Love with R&B.
Okay, well.
Here we are.
Hi, welcome to another...
Hey!
Welcome to another video.
Sorry.
You're being silly. Okay.
All the time.
Today, we want to talk about something I actually never heard of before. So, you know how there are stages of grief?
I do. I know that all too well.
I know. Well, I found out that there's actually 6 stages within marriage.
What?
Yeah.
I gotta hear these.
It's crazy because we've heard of these stages before, but we've never like talked about them or even thought about them in a whole.
Nope.
As a thing. And so
Never put them all together.
Yeah. So I thought it'd be really, really cool to talk to you guys about these stages so that you can find out which stage you're in and kind of walk your way through some things.
Yeah. I think we've been through all 6 stages 6 times. So
No.
We haven't had all 6 stages.
No.
Well, then tell us what they are.
Okay, so everybody guess which one the first one is.
You're making it so obvious.
The honeymoon.
The honeymoon stage.
Exactly. So again, these stages don't necessarily have a timeline.
Yeah.
So you could be in the stage for just one hot second, or depending on how you nurture your relationship, you can be in the honeymoon stage for quite a while, which is great. Good for you.
There's going to be somebody just to grind our gears. Like, I've been married for 20 years. We still in the honeymoon stage. No, you're not. I can tell you right now, you're not. But whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah. So just to define this honeymoon stage, it's basically when you're basically living with rose-colored glasses. Your spouse can do no wrong. Everything they do is cute. You're so excited about this journey together, and you have these high expectations and positive expectations about everything that you're going to do. That's the honeymoon stage. It's the non-realistic phase.
It's realistic. It's where they are. You're saying that from a different stage.
No, well, what I'm saying is, in reality, when you're in the honeymoon stage, you glorify everything. You see it all from.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. But my point is, when you're in that stage, you're not seeing it like that.
Of course not.
So the way you're saying it, the way you're describing it in this moment is not how someone who's in that moment is going to see it.
Of course not. Him leaving his junk all over the floor is endearing.
Okay, can we move on, please?
I love being the housewife.
I would love for us to move on.
That picks up his stuff. Look at me, I'm a housewife.
Please move on.
I'm just saying, look, I was there. I'm speaking from experience.
So what's the next stage?
So the next stage is the expectation stage. And it's basically when you start setting expectations for your marriage. And so you've lived in this rose-colored glasses phase, and you realize that we need to start setting some
Goals.
Goals. We need to set some boundaries. We need to set some structure in your marriage. And so you start just putting some things in place, role expectations, all the different things. You start planning. Things become a little bit more realistic.
Got you. Okay.
So if that's you, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the next stage that I believe follows like closely behind that is the power struggle.
Ooh. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. So the power struggle is when you're probably setting these expectations, and now there's a struggle. Who's leading the relationship? Who should be doing what? Well, you're the stay-at-home mom, so you got to do this. Well, I'm home all day with the kids, and I don't get to get out.
And I'm going to work all day, and I've got all these things on my mind that I'm dealing with, struggling with, and wrestling with. I want to come home and relax.
Exactly. So,
I don't know who that is. Why I just made that.
And so
I got a whole bunch of things. I'm sorry. I just felt like anyway, go ahead.
So he's dealing with his issues. She's dealing with her issues, and you're both trying to get relief from the other person. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds about right. The power struggle.
Okay. So then right after the power struggle is the 7-year itch.
Ooh, and so here's my thing. The 7-year itch can have it can take on so many different forms. Unfortunately, in like culture and movies and TV, the 7-year itch can come off as to like, oh, this is when y'all look outside your marriage because whatever's happening in the marriage is negative, it's frustrating, it's bothering, and I'm itching to just be somewhere else, do something else, do someone else. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But it has been culturally defined that way. So that's not what we're saying today. No. We're saying 7-year itch is more of a things are kind, right after power struggle, things are kind of coming to a head. Lines are being drawn. There's a lot of fussing and fighting, a lot of arguing. It's a very tense time. Is that about right? It
is a very tense time. And like Brandon said, you start looking outside of your marriage to find relief.
Ooh.
Now,
sorry.
Now, this isn't 100% negative.
Correct.
Okay. We're not saying cheating. You could find a hobby. You could find like a woman support group where like the ladies get out and go someplace. This is when
man support group.
The guy goes out and find a hobby. He starts picking up bowling, and
it's always bowling for the guys. It's either bowling or shooting guns
or golf or something. But this is just when you start like, I can't take it. Like I need to. The struggle is real in the house, and I need to find something to do. Yeah.
That's good.
Right?
I like that.
It doesn't have to be a negative thing.
It doesn't have to be. Lord knows it doesn't have to be. What's next?
So the fifth one is reconciliation.
Yeah.
And I think this is where we are.
It's 100% where we are today. It's where we are today.
Like just recently.
Mm-hmm.
This is when you realize the negative and positive things that you're bringing to the table.
Ooh, I like that.
You have reconciled the stressors that you bring. And at the same time, your spouse recognizes the struggles and the things that they bring. And we're starting to try to fix things. We're trying to make it work. This is when people break down and go to counseling. This is when the marriage community really plays a humongous part.
Yes.
This is when you start actually taking into consideration all of the wisdom you got during premarital counseling.
But you know what else? You know what else? This is also when you actually start taking accountability for your stuff.
That's so true, because in the 7-year itch and the power struggle, everything's the other person's fault.
Come on, somebody.
If the other person would just get it together, my marriage would be perfect.
Hey!
But now you're like, I need to get myself together.
Yeah, there might have been a little bit of that too. Because you start seeing like, oh, dang, like that's how I'm showing up. And it's like, it's somewhere in that, what is it called? Reconciliation, like somewhere in that stage, you just start seeing a mirror and you're like, oh, ooh, yeah, I would be frustrated with that too. So you approach the relationship with a lot more grace and humility.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Come on, somebody. I know somebody out there hears me. Turn to your, no, okay. I only have one neighbor. Sorry, go ahead.
So the last stage, just like in grief, is acceptance. Okay. And this is usually where we find our parents and grandparents.
I am so sorry for what I'm about to say. I'm sorry. I need to apologize in advance. This stage is 100% where my grandparents were.
Yeah.
Right before my grandmother passed away, we're talking, they were at this stage for decades. And it seems like such a peaceful place. Not because there's not contention, not because there's not conflict, but because there is acceptance of who I just know who you are. I have accepted and I know who you are, and vice versa. And in that stage, come on, somebody, I'm about to preach right now. In that stage is peace.
There it is.
Ain't that what we all try? If we're honest, that's what we're all trying to get to. Peace. And that's what I think that they had.
It's so true. I think that it is important to understand the stage that you're in, because if you're in the honeymoon stage, that has a lot of implications.
Yeah.
You're in for enjoy it and try to allow it to last for as long as possible. But please know it's not going to last
forever.
Okay?
They won't.
If you're in the 7-year itch, try to get to the reconciliation part quicker, okay?
It takes humility to get there.
It really does. And I think at the end, the quicker you can get through these stages, I think that you should stay at the honeymoon stage the longest, rip through the other stages as soon as possible.
Sprint through the next few stages.
To get to the reconciliation part where you have listed out, I know all of my faults, I know all of my weaknesses, and I know his. Let's put some things into place so that we can live in harmony with who you are and with who I am. It's true.
Sorry, I just heard the trolls. Harmony, 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 harmony. Sorry, I'm sorry, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then you can get to actually just living in your marriage like, that's just my husband. It's fine. I don't like it, but it's fine. It's what it is. Like, that's who he is. And for better or worse.
Come on, somebody.
I accept him. So we like sprinted through these stages.
Yes,
there is a lot to say. If you would like us to break each of these stages down,
that would be so much fun.
We can do a video on each of these stages and give you some tips and tricks on each of these stages, because me and Brandon are at the tail end. Like, we're at the reconciliation stage. And so if you would like for us to give you some story times on our stages, whatever the case may be, you've got to leave us a comment so that we know.
Please. Please. We hope you like this video.
Yeah.
If you did, give it a thumbs up. And make sure you leave your comments in the comment section. Please like and subscribe to this channel, because we want to keep this going and we want to interact with you guys.
And please hit the notification, because I'm trying to tell you, we got some things in the works and we don't want you to miss it.
We're on a roll pretty much right now, ain't we?
We're on a roll. We got some else. We got some other stuff. I'm just telling you, it's working in the background.
Please share this with people you know so they can get this good content.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.